Round 3, Heat 3. Joan, Duru, Ian, Gouveia, Peterson, Crisanto, and Ramzi, Boukhiam. Strider, you're looking at the ocean right now, and everything is telling you this is unsurfable. Watch what these guys do in these super challenging waves.
Joan, Duru on the backhand, threw it up there. And you know what came through that little explosion? It is just so hard to execute a well-ridden ride today. So keeping it smooth and keeping it clean is the key, as you see right there through the roof. Crisanto does just that. So he'll get a solid score for the drop wallet off the top, keeps the speed line going down the line and looks for more on the inside.
The current's really strong, so if you don't have priority, you're probably gonna have to be paddling even more towards the channel. So I lost priority on a set that I couldn't get it, and I was stuck far and I had to wait everyone to catch a wave, but everything worked out. At the end I had priority, I caught a wave, and yeah, got a couple more little turns and stuff.
Well, you did what you had to do. Great job, Kyle. Back up to you guys for more live action.
So you want to be a pro surfer. Well, this is what you're going to have to contend with. Haliva, big and wild, but I tell you, as a surf fan,
kind of underneath the set. So this is one that's like during a set. So see how lumpy the face is? This is Ramzi Boukhiam trying to find some open face, trying to get some smooth water, but that wave not really doing what he wanted. And so you can see him kind of kicking out of it. This wave, the same thing. There's not a lot of really great looking water to work with, but he does really well with this wave. He finds himself back into the power pocket and then finishes off the corner, and then actually gets a little rebate reform with this little left. So, you know, this is just really keen.
Here we go. This is Joan Duru. His backhand, I would say 75% of the reason why he is currently on the championship tour. Absolutely lethal, big floater down into that toilet bowl section, which
you try and whip a duck dive right there, you scrape the knuckles off, maybe even get some new channels in your board.
Right behind him, Ramzi Boukhiam, another surfer with a lethal backhand. He's on a foamy one, but a couple of opportunities there. Little third hit for Ramzi. So back-to-back waves. Ramzi Boukhiam obviously getting the better of that exchange with Joan Duru falling out of the sky straight onto nearly dry reef. Here's a look at Ramzi's last wave.
Again, this is a wave with foam on it, which I like. Look, there's a little bit of, it's a little cleaner. The face is just, I know it's a little whitewater, rapidy, milky looking, but there's a little bit of a smoother face, even on, even with the foam on the face, to try and do a couple of turns, which is it's just the hardest part, is to find that clean water to do some maneuvers on. Nice little slice off the top there, sets it up, looking for more lip line in the whitewater here. It comes up, hits a little bump on the way up, so doesn't really go vertical where he wanted to.
Of the day. Ian Gouveia in second, Ramzi Boukhiam in third, and now our leader, Peterson Crisanto, again finding a wedge right off the takeoff, putting his board in all the right places. Third big turn. Peterson Crisanto. Now this is a kid that started off as a big name, a young gun. And he appears to be back on track after a little bit of a sophomore slump. And Ian Gouveia now. It's an interesting contrast. I think Ian Gouveia, Peterson Crisanto, very similar in their approach, their body type.
Dynamic that is going to play into this heat, because on the forehand right here, Crisanto's got a completely different style of surfing as to the other three surfers in the heat. So it looks different, and he's catching the best waves. That wave was just clean, open face, absolutely ripped the top off of this thing. Watch this, up into the corner, super wedge, on the money, just kind of almost a setup snap, but still makes it look clean. You can see his eyes always looking down the line. And then this young man, boom. Weightless floater, throws it up for another snap. So the contrast of backhand and the forehand is definitely there for these surfers. They're all, the backhanders, I feel like, are going to be kind of judged off of each other.
They're looking for a new winner. This is Peterson Crisanto, who's been in absolute control of this heat with big ninja hacks like that first turn, and opts out of the second turn, maybe feeling safe. And not needing to throw full risk. Meanwhile, Ramzi Boukhiam up and down.
Almost looked like a wave from soup bowls in Barbados. Here we go. It's a replay right here. couple of nice off the tops right there. Goes for a third, but can't bring it down. A lot of water moving like we were just talking about. And here's the little soup bowl nugget. Look at this wave. Just comes around the corner. So much speed as that wedge came to the inside onto that reef. And it's really hard to negotiate. It gets so shallow in there. Ramzi, he throws it up here for a little slice, but then tries to throw up the float. But it's just
excluding double qualifiers. And then we got 2 WSL wildcards. Will it be Peterson Crisanto on the 2018 Championship Tour, fading back from behind, setting it up straight off the bottom. Bam, another well-placed layback hack from Peterson Crisanto, who's making it look relatively easy for how challenging it actually is. Joan Duru on his backhand wondering what's going on.
And maybe he didn't scan the horizon or the lineup, you know, or get a good enough warm-up, but you see these little waves that Crisanto's finding on the inside here? These are the ones you want. Nice and clean, finding corners, slams it in there. You know, the timing hard to get on a day like today, but he's putting together pretty good waves that, you know, a lot of other guys aren't even able to really get because they're not even really looking for him. He thought that wave was going to bowl out a little harder than it did, so he came a little off, but this turn right here, pretty solid. Another drop wallet, so 2 in a row. Foot came off the back of the board right there, and he put it back on. Solid work right there. And then your surfer in red, Joan Duru, out the back. These are the waves, so he was outside, remember? He was sitting further out, but these are the type of waves you're going to find sitting further out. They're not going to be those, like...
Assuming we have the edge here, we'll see if Ramzi can prove that theory wrong. Right now, off the bottom, up in the lip, nicely placed first turn. Tough section for his second turn. He goes down.
Yeah, he was pushing a little too hard, not pacing with the actual wave and what the wave was allowing him to do.
Are watching. Take a picture. Tag us at WSL. Show us what you're up to watching the Hawaiian Pro on this Super Sunday. Joan Duru now getting back into it. That's the backhand that got him onto the championship tour. He's gone to it.
Yeah, let's check it out. So he had priority. Dropping in. Lip line, not super clean right there. But this turn, not bad. Nice little whip right there. Then follows it up with an okay finish. Let's
see. With priority, it is Ian Gouveia. He goes left. Big section in front of him, goes to the air, and comes down clean. Pulling the rabbit out of his hat. Ian Gouveia gets the front 3.
Well, will
that was crazy.
Is that going to better? Is he going to better the 4.83? So changing the position of Joan Duru's necessity, but Joan came up short anyway with a 6.73.
Not going to get it. Now Peterson Crisanto, last wave of this heat, he'll be coming in relieved, taking down 2 heavyweights to take the win. It's going to be Peterson Crisanto and Ian Gouveia advancing through.